1. Yo, what's going on, y'all? It's your boy Agent Matthews. We're back with another episode of BlackHollywood. We are recording live from U42. We also are publishing on iHeartradio, Spotify, as well as Apple Podcast. And listen, man, we got some things in store for you guys. I want you guys to pay attention, man. We're going a little bit taboo. You know what I'm saying? We're going a little bit, different from the norm. Most of the time you guys hear from artists. Most of the time you hear from models or social media influencers. But we have a special guest with us today. And we want to tap into her world. It's a little bit different. It's a little bit different from the norm. You know what I'm saying? It's a little bit different. But what she's doing is amazing. She's very successful at what she does. I would consider her a professional. You know what I'm saying? And I think anybody who is great at what they do, they most definitely deserve a little bit of time to shine a little bit. So, with that being said, we have Miss Majesty in the building.
Hi, nice to meet y'all.
How are you?
I'm doing good. I had a good ass morning. I woke up late, I ain't gonna hold you, but I had a late night because of course every night is late for me.
Dope. So first off, tell the people who you are and what you do.
I'm Miss Majesty Nasty, aka Miss Voodoo. I am an adult entertainer, an adult performer, either one. I'm a content creator also. I'm gonna put all those three in the mix.
Right.
Besides that, I'm a business mogul on top of I own a vending machine business, so I just do it all, if you're being completely honest. I can really do anything I put my mind to. Right. But yeah.
A true entrepreneur. So how did you get started on the entrepreneur side of things? Like, first off, yeah, let's start there. Let's start there because you do a lot. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what came first. I don't know what your first business was. I have no idea.
It's so funny because my first actual business, I started making lip gloss and I was selling lashes and then I was selling like hair stuff. So that was my first ever business, and I started it when I was like 19. It was after I got out of college from being on campus. I was doing online, and I'm like, I'm broke. I'm broke because of school, and I can't do all this stuff, so I got to do something. Right. And I didn't like working for people. I still don't like working for people, but I just hated it. So I put my mind to something I actually really loved and I actually really care about, and I care about my hair and I care about my lips the most. Right. So heavy on I had to start something. But me getting into the adult industry was honestly a year and like 4 months now.
A year and 4 months.
It's only been and people ask me all the time, how long you been in? Only a year? I'm like, yeah. They're like, really?
Right.
I'm surprised myself.
Okay, so the reason why I'm so surprised, a year and 4 months, this woman has changed her entire life.
No, did a whole 360 because I am not where I was this time of last year. Oh no, I'm nowhere near where I was.
Right. So first off, what did you come from? You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of times people, we go through things. We don't really share where we go, where we come from or what we go through. Take us on that journey of the struggle of where you came from and what you had to go through.
I'm from North Carolina. I'm from Fayetteville, aka the Ville. You don't grow there. No offense. I know everybody hears J. Cole talk about Fayetteville, but it's the truth. That man not lying about everything he talk about in them songs about Fayetteville. It's nothing there. You don't grow there. I ended up moving to Georgia when I was like 12. I done moved every year when I was little, so like I never developed no friendships or nothing.
Word.
So I ain't really, yeah, I'm about to say I ain't never really had a connection. My friends tell me all the time, like, damn, you so not affectionate. I'm like, honestly, it's not like a personal thing, but it is a personal thing. I'm not used to friends, not used to that type of stuff. Right. So like me moving to Georgia was a complete shocker because I was raised in New York too at the same time, because when I was 2, my mom moved us back to New York, and yeah, we was there for like 3-4 years, and I got really accustomed to that. But going to Georgia, I was like, the first day I got here, I was like, these niggas is too nice. They're
too nice.
They too nice. Something gotta be wrong with these people. They
That's
too
Southern hospitality
nice.
for you.
Yeah, like up north, niggas just don't be like, hey. They don't say hey to you because you just walking past them. Everybody just mind their business.
Right.
So coming down here was really just an eye opener. Like, dang, it's more to life than me just thinking like, okay, I just gotta be reserved all the time. I actually gotta talk to people.
Right.
So,
are you like an introvert?
I'm a mainly yes, but I'm a mixture of extrovert too, because I know my times where I can talk to people, but then sometimes mainly I'm like, I'd rather be in the house. I'd rather be
chilling.
Yeah,
isolated.
Away from everybody else because people weird. Let's just say that.
Right.
But
most definitely.
Yeah, that journey. And then I grew up, growing up was very just like, like my mom did the best she could, but she had 6 kids. Imagine having 6 kids, and then you got to sit up here and move every freaking year. You got to sit up here and do all this stuff. So, yeah, congratulations to my mom. But me and my mom never really had a good relationship either. So, yeah, let's just say that at first she didn't agree.
Were you bad?
Okay, I'm not going to say I was bad, but I was very...
She was bad.
No, I wasn't. I was a sweet, soft-spoken child. I never really talked back to my mom until I got to like, not here, but until I moved and I got older and I realized growing up, my mom did some fucked up stuff. Like, I let it slide because I couldn't speak on it because I was little, but it's like growing up and starting to see and getting older, you start to see certain things. You're like, why is she treating me this way? And
most definitely.
I started to realize that, and then she would tell me not to do stuff, and I'm like, you don't pay for nothing that I do. Like, I started working when I was 14, so it's just like after I started working and getting my own money, my mom would say all the time, like, do it yourself. Like, you got money, do it. So that's what I did. Every time when I got paid, I want to do something, I would just leave. Like, she would be like, I would ask my mom out of courtesy, like, okay, you my mom, to be respectful, but at the end of the day, it might sound like I was just so bad, but if I feel like at the time, if you wasn't taking care of me, if you wasn't a real mom, then I don't have to listen to you. Like, my mom, I respected her, but it's just like I was my own mom growing up, so I got to do what I wanted to do. So that come with the bad and the good, because yes, I went through a lot of stuff that I could have not went through if I actually had a like decent mom. And I love my mom. We on a good path now, but she know her faults, and yeah, I lived and I learned on it, but it made me who I am today. If I didn't, my mom didn't make me go through all the stuff she did, kicking me out, being homeless, freaking sleeping in my car, hopping from best friend to best friend bed because I ain't had nowhere to stay, working 4 jobs at once, busting my yes, I dropped out of college and I literally had to get my life together. Like, okay, I dropped out of college 2 years ago, and I would have graduated early if I ain't dropped out of college. I had one more class, and literally I just couldn't do it. Like, I had to sit up here and wake up every day and sleep in my cold ass car during the winter, trying to figure out where I'm gonna get Wi-Fi from to do my homework. That was just stressing me out. So got out of it, worked my ass off. I took a bartending class. That's really when my life was like starting to change. I took this bartending class, and I never went somewhere and just been around so many females. Like, I'm like, this is weird. Like, this is so weird. So I somewhat created like a sisterhood with the females that I went to my bartending class, because that's what it was supposed to be. Started working in the clubs, started doing that. I really loved and hated the clubs. You love the clubs because when people get drunk, they give you all your money. They give you all their money. But you hate the clubs because it's loud. And you got to deal with all that. I just didn't like dealing with all that all the time. And then I would come home at like 4 a.m. sleepy. And I got to get up at 8 to go to my other job. So now I'm just tired. And then honestly, I feel like God really sent me an angel. He sent me my partner. And he just came out of nowhere. And he like, I'm gonna change your life. And I'm like, no, you not. Like, niggas love to say they gonna change your life and don't do nothing.
Listen, we about to get into the meat and the potatoes, okay? This is what y'all wanted to hear, okay? All right. So let's go ahead and finish your story. So you was at the club. All right. So you said you met your partner.
Yeah. And I met him online actually. So like when I was bartending, I was doing OnlyFans on the side,
you were already introduced to the OnlyFans.
Yeah, like I had it before I like really blew up. I probably had it for like 3 months prior, but I was probably making like $300, $400 a month, and it was really nothing. It was just really just going to bills or something on the side that I needed. But and I had a Twitter, so I wasn't really promoting. I probably had like 1,000 something followers, a couple pictures, and my partner had DM me, and he was just like, "Oh,
wait, hold on, we gotta pause right there. All right, so let's not start off with the partner, because you were already involved with OnlyFans prior to your partner.
Yeah. So
what made you decide to open up the OnlyFans account or start your Twitter? Like, what was the spark?
Okay, so it's crazy. I was dating this dude. He was a Marine, and I was talking about, you know, possibly getting married to him. We was talking about marriage, and at the time I'm 21, but I always thought that I was gonna get married young, and I thought I was gonna have this perfect life for this house and kids, and I was gonna, you know, be all booed up for 10 plus years, but that didn't fucking work.
What happened?
He's a narcissistic asshole and a drunk. Like, and those three things together, I just can't deal with. I can deal with an asshole because, you know, everybody's an asshole every now and then, but I can't deal with somebody who's just a drunk. Like, that really scares me, that you can get that shit faced it every single night and get up the next day like nothing ever happened. And he was just very and I remember me and him being together. We talked about, you know, possibly doing porn together, and I'm like, he introduced me to it, and he was like, what do you think? And he was like, I think we can make a lot of money. And I'm like, I'm scared. Like, I was supposed to go to law school, and I was supposed to do all this stuff, and I'm like, I don't know, like, if I get into this, that's gonna be done. Like, that for sure is gonna be out the picture. And he like, well, I know you got potential, I know we got potential, we're gonna blow up. And I'm trusting him, and I'm like, okay. But I didn't know at the time, he had already put our videos up. He already had an account. He had already put our videos up. I never had a problem with being recorded, but I would only let certain people record me. And we was together for months, so I'm like, okay. But he had already did it. So at that point, I'm like, if this amount of people already see me, fuck it. Like, it's no running from it. It's no hiding it. I have to do it. Like, it's no deleting stuff once it go on the internet. Once it's on the internet, it's always there. You might try to delete it, but that shit is always there. It's always copied somewhere. So
you can't like report it and just get it off?
You can, but at the, like, how the system of like
the internet
porn sites work, it's like advertisement. They'll steal a video as soon as you post it on like a site. Somebody's already downloading it and putting it somewhere else just to make money off of it. So like, once a porn video is on there, it's on there. That's how you know when people as celebrities, they sex tape blow up, and they're like, oh my god, that's because they can't delete it. Like, at that point, it's already on there. Like, there is no deleting porn.
Shared it already.
Yeah, God forbid I could post I could post something wrong. Like, I could post a video I wasn't supposed to post tomorrow on accident, and literally leave it up there for 5 minutes, and I bet it already had 1,000 views, and something about 50% of them 1,000 views already downloaded to their phone. So there's no deleting it.
And that's every site.
That's every site, no matter where you go, which is very sad. That's why, you just gotta tread very lightly and be careful who you lay in bed with, because at the time, it was so devastating. I was so sad and so heartbroken about it, because I didn't know if I really wanted to do it. And I'm he didn't give me no choice. Like, at this point, it's either do it or just go your whole life of being called a hoe and you didn't make no income off of it. Like, I just had a debate. What do you want to be, a sad bitch, or do you want to be a rich bitch? Like, and I wasn't finna be a sad bitch no more. At that point, I already knew our relationship was coming to
an end.
Yeah, like, he was just showing signs of like really abusive stuff, and I'm like, I have to get out of here, because I'm not finna deal with nobody disrespecting me like that. Like, I know my worth, and at the time, I'm sitting here put up with stuff because I thought I genuinely loved this man. I'm like, okay, I never thought of marriage before I started talking to him, so I'm like, okay, maybe it's actually somebody I really like. But that was the best decision I've ever made in my life. Me leaving him alone and actually taking it serious was literally probably the best decision I've made in my life. Because the moment I left him alone, then literally a month later, my partner came.
Alrighty. Okay. So now we on the up and up. All right. Now we got to talk about it, because I feel like when it comes down to having conversations about sex, safe sex.
Nobody wants to talk about it.
A lot of time, especially in the Black community, like, we just don't talk about it. But everybody has sex. People like sex. You feel me? But why is it so taboo for individuals, to actually have conversations about it, or to be professionals in that industry? I think that with OnlyFans, to where individuals can be comfortable in their own skin. They can, show a certain side to them, because everybody has a sexual side. Everybody does. You can show that. You can, be comfortable with you by yourself, or with a partner, or with multiple partners. There's plenty of people out here that's living a regular life.
Exactly.
Having sex with all kinds of everybody. You feel me? But the minute that somebody wants to do it professionally,
it's a problem. I feel like it's crazy. It's just like misconception of what I like to call civilian people, which is like regular people who don't do porn. That's what I like to call them. They just feel like just because I choose to put myself in the public about my sex life and who I'm having sex with. They feel as if I'm just the dirtiest of the dirtiest. Like, oh, she doesn't get tested. What's crazy, I get tested every 2 weeks. Every 2 weeks. No matter what the price is, I pay that $190 every 2 weeks. Because at the end of the day, I only have one partner. I only fuck one man on camera. And I only fuck one man off camera. And y'all just go on the misconception like, oh my God, she just goes her life and just fucks all these people every single day and don't get tested. Females, I don't care if I'm shooting with females, you gotta show me them test results, because you're not about to sit here and lay down with me and think, oh my God, because we're a female, I'm supposed to give you the pass. I'm supposed to just guarantee that you're safe and you're keeping yourself safe. In all actuality, females, in my opinion, are the dirtiest when it comes to...
Really? Okay. Yes. So we touched on the topic of safe sex, just in case y'all wasn't paying attention.
Yes, because
you know what I'm saying?
Honestly, people will go days, weeks without getting checked and they feel like something's wrong, and it really blows me. Like, for instance, if any of my friends came up to me tomorrow and be like, I just don't feel good, like I feel like something's been going on, I'm going to tell them to go get tested. I'm going to take them to go get tested, because at the end of the day, you better safe than sorry. The more you wait on certain things, that fucks up your body more. The more you sit and you don't know if you got something, that's just lingering on. And now at this point, you cause possible health problems going down the line because you was scared and you didn't have the money, when all actuality is a lot of places in Atlanta and in LA and New York, Miami, that give everywhere, that give free STD testing. That's all you need to go is say, excuse me, I don't have any money for this, and they will gladly give it to you for free.
That's what's up.
And a lot of people do not know that, and it is out there. Like, even now, we just had a whole halt in like production for porn because the peak in like gonorrhea and mono and chlamydia is going high. So at this point, I'm getting double tested. Like, I'm not playing none of them games. I know who because if I sit up here and shoot with somebody who didn't get the proper test, they only got half of the test. I don't know what they got. And 9 out of 10, which is 10 times out of 10, I'm not going to shoot with nobody who doesn't show me their full test results. I need to see X, Y, and Z. I need to see from beginning to end on all the things, because people fake results. That's another thing. Fake results is real out here. Y'all make sure y'all verifying your results, because it's very shiesty out here and it's very scary, the amount of death that people would go into the fake results. Like, you would rather fake something than go get tested because you're scared that you have something. And so, it'd be the prettiest faces. So
for the ladies and the men out there, like, how do you check a result? Like, say for, if you meet somebody and, they say they went and got tested and they show you something, what is it that you look for? Is it the dates?
Okay, so if you're being completely honest, it's some test places have like a little barcode that you can verify once you get the test results if it's real or not. If you're going to like a regular hospital, I would recommend like not looking up like a paper from their hospital, but looking up the seal of the hospital to make sure it goes, and checking all the stuff, make sure their dates and everything is matching up to make sure it's not fake, because people do edit over that stuff. Like, it is such thing as editing, going or copying, faxing that whole thing and just editing over the whole thing like it's a whole new test. So barcode on top of just verifying with
the seal.
The seal on top of, make sure you're reading through the whole thing, because sometimes people slip them and don't edit something, and look, now you caught them in a lie. So a lot of people don't know that, which is very crazy. But I'm not surprised. Like I said, people label us as, oh, we're just sex fanatics, and how we just go and we have sex with a lot of people, and that's not the case. Like, I think I have sex less now than what I did than when I was freaking a regular person. I wasn't doing porn, which is really crazy.
That is crazy. But let me say this though, Because lately I've been meeting a lot of, female models, because, I'm a photographer. I do photography too. So oftentimes the models that I shoot with, they have OnlyFans. You know what I'm saying? But when it comes down to them doing content, testing comes up often. You know what I mean? But long story short, what I'm trying to say is I meet a lot of women who are in the industry part-time, some of them full-time as well too. But I started doing research. You know what I mean? Because, like, same thing with you. Like, some people may look at you as just a sex object. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it is. I'm learning that. You know what I'm saying? But I think that you are a very respectable woman. You handle your business. You have a schedule. You work hard. You do what you do on a professional level. You just have a lot of traits about you that's really professional. Yeah. There's a lot of women out there like that too. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Trust me, there's a lot of bosses in this industry. I got a lot of friends. I got a decent amount of female friends in the industry that they've been in this longer than me. And I'm not even going to hold you. They paved the way for me because without them even talking to me, us never even meeting, I still congratulate people that's in the industry. Like, it's a lot of people who I'm probably never going to work with. I'm probably never going to meet in my life. And I be on their Twitter, congratulate them all the time because at the end of the day, somebody's success could mean the world if anybody just saying congratulations. That might mean the world to anybody. But I feel like you said, a lot of black women in my industry are very put to the back. If you're not signed to a major porn company and a production, you put to the back. You definitely not gonna be really picked if you don't want to abide by their rules. And when I mean abide by their rules, it's sad to say that a lot of porn companies want you to be matched up with white men. They don't want to see you, and they don't want to see black people. They want to see you and a white man and him degrading you in the most weirdest way. Right. And I'm not okay with that. I love white men, and I will shoot with one. I've shot with one before, and definitely respect him in all aspects. But I just don't like that they try to push that image on us that we look better with them on camera. Right. So
I agree with you, and that's why I think I think OnlyFans is a place where you can take and be creative with everything you do. You know what I'm saying? You don't have to abide by their rules or go by their stories and things of that nature. You can create success the way you want to do it. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
And that's what made me get on the app, because I'm like, why would I want to sit up here and try to scout out one of these major porn companies and they're just going to pair me with somebody I don't even know. I never even probably going to talk to again after the set. And it's just like, I feel like if I'm going to do something, I'm going to give it my all, but be authentic at least. I can't sit up here and have somebody tell me while I'm having sex to stop because this angle looks better, or stop because we gotta fix your makeup, or stop because we gotta redo this scene. That would irritate me. I would never last in this industry if I was signed to somebody.
But do you do that?
No.
I mean, no. Because from my understanding, all you need is an iPhone and a tripod.
Okay, so I use my camera. My partner has a camera too. We both have the same camera. I have two cameras and I have two phones. Okay. So if I'm using my phone, but I'm gonna make sure that shit's set up properly for me to look good and it to sell, because not all cell phone camera quality looks good. I'm trying to tell you. You might have an Apple, but sometimes when you upload it to certain sites, it looks choppy. So I use a camera, but no, when I'm having sex, I do not stop. There is no stopping. There is no, okay, let's fix the camera. Sometimes my partner might fix the lens and zoom in. But other than that, that's a quick second and we back at it. Because if you make me stop, I'm not gonna want to go again. Because at that point, it's just it's not authentic. I want it to be authentic. If any of y'all have ever seen one of my videos, it's authentic. I really am on camera having the time of my life, and y'all are just there to witness it.
And that's what I think that's cool.
And I feel like
I think that's cool. There's so many people that wake up every day and go to a job that they hate,
bruh, every single day. And that was me. Once upon a time, that was me waking up every single day. I never made friends at none of my jobs, because at the end of the day, I always took it as this: work is work. If I came to make friends, I would have went to a club. If I wanted to sit up here and make money, I come to work. That's all I come here to do.
What was your first set life? I mean, when you first shot and you was like, I can do this. Like, what was your first experience? You was like, you know what, this actually looked kind of good, or was it the money, or was it when people started buying it? Like, what was your experience where you was like, man, listen, I'm having the time of my life. Don't change nothing.
Okay, so my partner flew me out for our first scene.
I'm sorry, we got to go back to how you met your partner. We on the right track. We on the right track.
Yeah, well, that could die, but we going right up in there. Okay, boom. I met my partner a month after I got out of my breakup. But we didn't meet till 2 months later, simply because I was nervous, and he was telling me all these dreams, and I'm like, you know, blah blah blah.
His pickup was like, yeah, I could change.
Nah. He really slid in my DMs on some damn, you're fine, on like a regular picture, like nothing new. It was just a regular picture of me, and I'm like, oh, thank you. And then they went from there. And I'm like, okay, who is this man? Like, he didn't show his faces in his video. So when he sent me a picture, I was like, damn, he's fine. Like, hold on. And then he like, I didn't even know his age. So boom, it took a little minute for me to know his age. I didn't know his age until I flew out there to go see him. But I knew he was like over 23 at least because of his body shape. So boom, he texted me and we were flirting back and forth. He was telling me like, yeah, I think you could really blow up. Like, you really got the look, you got the image, you got the vibe, you got the personality. You just need to put some more work to it and get some more guidance, and I can help you with that. And I'm like, okay, how long you been in the industry? Like, I've been in the industry for like 11 years now. And I'm like, okay,
that's a long time.
Yeah, like, he was telling me all the stuff that he did, and he was saying how he ain't had no problem with flying me out and paying for everything when I was down there. And I'm like, okay, like, if you willing to do that, I know you serious. I know he was serious, and I'm like, okay. So he flew me out there, and I remember me being out there. At first, when I got in the car, before I got in the car, I was so nervous. I was like, I don't know this man. I've never done nothing like this before. So I'm like, what the fuck am I gonna do? Like, what if I go up there and this man kill me? So like, I didn't tell my mom, I didn't tell nobody that I was going. I just took the flight and I went. So he came and picked me up. As soon as I got in the car, all the nerves I felt just went away. Like, I felt very comfortable, very secure, very safe. He didn't even say nothing. Like, he said hey, he asked me if the flight was okay. He really said like a couple sentences, and then he went to go pick up his friend. So like, the first time we got there and we get into his house, and I'm like, oh, this is pretty. Like, I lived in New York, so I've seen some apartments in New York, and they was nothing like his. So I'm like, oh, he really got money. Like, so I know he being serious. And then he showed me around. He paid for everything when I was down there, like literally everything. I didn't have to pay for nothing. And we had to shoot our first scene. So this is probably like a couple hours after I got there. And he was just asking me a whole bunch of questions. He was like, just let me know if any time during the scene you feel uncomfortable, I would do this, I would do that, let me know if you're hot. And I'm like, okay. So got in his room, we about to shoot a scene, and I remember me sitting there, and he like, what you laughing about? And I'm like, this is just weird to me. Like, this is not, it's weird, but it's not weird. Like, it's weird the fact that I'm really finna sit up here and with a real camera and shoot some real deal stuff when I'm just used to just, you know, on the iPhone, we just probably for 30 seconds and we're done. So I'm like, okay. So shot the scene. After, he shows me the video. He was like, and I'm like, oh my God. And he's like, what? I was like, I look like this? And he was like, yes. And I'm like, I look good as fuck. I look so good. Like, I was just so proud of myself. Like, oh my God. I can't believe.
You had to pat yourself on the back.
No, for real. He was like, you just be doubting yourself. He's like, I'm trying to tell you, you really look good. And I'm like, okay. So then the next day, I remember the morning time, he went and bought me food. Like, I woke up, he wasn't there, and I'm like, oh my God, he's gonna kill me. Like, he's gonna kill me. He came back, he bought me food, and I'm like, okay. Shot another scene, and then the next day, my period started. So I'm like, oh my God, fuck. I don't know this man. My period started. He gotta go to the store and get me all this stuff. Like, I feel really bad. So I'm like, just send me home. Like, I had like 2 more days
cool
there.
And comfortable.
Yeah. He like, I started crying because I'm like, this is so embarrassing. It's not embarrassing, but it's embarrassing. Like, I don't know this man for real. So I remember him like holding me. He's like, it's okay. And I'm like, no, just send me home. He like, why would I send you home? I'm like, because it's really a waste of your money. Like, you can just change the flight and send me home. He like, no. He like, you can stay. He like, we don't have a problem. Like, we could just really kick it and get to know each other. So I'm like, okay. Got to know each other, and I'm like, oh my God, this man is really genuine as fuck, and he's really sweet. Like, I didn't expect him to be as sweet and genuine. So I'm like, damn, I'm gonna stick with this dude. Like, I remember him telling me, I ended up flying back, and he was just like, we were talking, and I'm like, damn, I don't know if I like this man, or if I don't know if I'm just like
a little bit, huh?
just a tad bit, because I'm like, no man has ever just came in my life and just shook some shit up and really did and put his word, like put his money where his mouth is. Like, niggas just be all talk. Like, any dude that I ever talked to before, I was the money, and that's sad to say. Like, I was the money in all my relationships. So it's just like, when he came in, I'm like, damn. And we were talking a little bit more, and I remember we would FaceTime every single day, like, until he flew me back out there and we shot again. And I'm like, damn. I remember we had a long talk, and he asked me, like, why aren't you in a relationship? And I'm like, I literally just got out of an abusive relationship. It's just like, I'm scared of dudes. And he would tell me, like, damn, that's what the reason why you didn't want to fly out here. And I'm like, yeah. I literally, for a point in time, I didn't leave my house after my relationship, because I was genuinely scared. Like, I didn't leave my house for like 2-3 months. And I remember him telling me, like, I'm gonna get you out of it. And I'm like, okay.
So you was kind of like in a depression?
Yeah, I was really bad, because I had like very bad PTSD and I'm diagnosed with PTSD. I had it like very bad that my ex was gonna come back and just like kill me. Like, our last encounter was not good. It was very abusive, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna come back and finish what the fuck he said he was gonna do. And yeah, it made me scared. It made me live in fear for like a good 3-4 months. My friends didn't even see me. I didn't tell nobody, because I'm like, I don't want to put my friends in jeopardy. I don't want to put my family in jeopardy. So I just isolated everybody. And then when he came in and we started talking more, and I remember I asked him, because he was just like, I'm like, why? He was the same way when I met my partner. He was the same way. He had just got a relationship the same time I did. And he was telling me how, like, he didn't want to leave his house. How he hasn't leave his house for real unless it's like something that he just wanted to grab quick. And I'm like, damn, we slick are the same freaking people. Little do we know. So I remember us talking more, and then I flew back home, and I was like, damn, I miss this man. And I remember I got the courage, and I'm like, I really do miss you, and I really want you to come back. And he really came and visited me for a week. And I remember he came to my place, and you know what his first words was?
I love you.
I'm gonna get you the fuck out of here. Like, he thought it was gonna be some lovey-dovey shit.
For sure, romantic.
No.
I'm looking for the happy ending in the story, okay?
Okay, there is. Even though it's a still ongoing story, like, me and him still talk to this day.
No. So long story short, he saw how you was living.
Yeah, and he was just like, I didn't live in nothing too shitty, but it was like depressive. Like, my apartment. Just, I remember him telling me, like, it just feels very dark in here. I ain't get no sunlight in my apartment for real. And he was just like, this is just not a place you need to live. He was like, you are very just like, you don't give this, you give something else, so you need to be in something else. And I remember telling him, like, I can't afford it. Like, this is all I can afford right now. This is the best I can do. And he like, okay, well, we're gonna put you on a 4-month plan, and we're gonna get you there. And first month, I made $3,000. I was like, oh shit.
The first month?
Yes, the first month he ever started helping me, I made $3,000. And I'm like, oh shit. That's the most I've ever made on doing something. Like, I made more than that working a regular job, but I didn't have to bust my ass and do hard labor as much as I would do at a regular job. So I was still busting my ass, but not actually physically having to work for real and doing something that I was happy with. It didn't feel like work. And I remember second month, some shit happened. I had to go away for like almost a whole month, and I came back. He ran my whole platforms for me himself. He literally made me $8,000 while I was away, and I couldn't do nothing. And after that, we were locked in ever since. I'm like, oh yeah, I'm not going nowhere, because I genuinely believe that this man really do care for me. He ain't have to do none of that. He didn't even know me for real. Like, he didn't have to do none of the stuff that he did. And when he did, I'm like, oh yeah. And we end up making, not a pact, but we end up making an agreement that we are a couple. And that my videos and his videos, and he'll help me edit and help me build my stuff up, and we're gonna remain partners. And that's what it is to this day. He's still my partner. Agreement. Yeah. Business partners, sexual partners, romantic partners in a sense. We dibble and dabble. We not together, but yeah, let's just say that.
Most definitely. I mean, I think you know, I think that's a cool part to doing what you do. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't have to. A lot of people think that you just out there with everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But if you got somebody that you're comfortable with, you know what I'm saying, this is your partner, you know what I'm saying, and you guys understand y'all mission, I think, you know, it might be a little bit safer that way. You guys can communicate. That way. You know what I'm saying? You know, y'all not lying to each other about who y'all, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because I feel like people have a misconception of me and him in our relationship because he shoots other females. Right. I don't shoot other males. It's simply because out of me. Right. I chose not to, and simply because when I first got into the industry, I got sexually assaulted by a content creator who was my friend and his friend. Okay. And then after that, I'm like, yeah, no, I never want to do that shit again. Like, I just don't trust men for real, for me to lay down with just anybody because, like you said, people see me as a sex object. I've been known as a sex object since I was like 16. Like, I was not allowed to wear leggings, none of that, simply because my mom already knew. Like, no. Because I remember one time we was in Walmart. I'm 16. This man thought me and my mom was sisters. He tried to talk to me. Word. My mom was like, this is a 16-year-old. And he like, with a body like that? And I'm like, oh, this man is bold. Like, he's really bold for saying this to my mama. Right. But ever since, like, then, I'm just like, yeah, I just know that people always, every time, even when I was in high school, people had a misconception like, oh my God, she probably has all these bodies. She sleeps with all these people. What's crazy, I probably had the lowest body count in my freaking high school because I did not have sex for real. I had sex with the same people that I lost my virginity horribly, but after, so I never really speak on me and his relationship simply because at the end of the day, I know what we got. I don't have to sit up here and say and tell all my fans all the time, like, I don't shoot with other men. Like, y'all got to stop asking me because at the end of the day, I'm not about to do that. I want the fantasy that all y'all got. Like, the fantasy that y'all all lay in bed with me. That's the fantasy I want to keep in everybody's eyes. Like, we all go together. That's why I call my fans my lovers because we all go together. Like, I love all my fans like we slept together. Right. So, yeah.
That's dope. Thank you. That's dope. All right, so let me ask you this, man. We're gonna ask a few more questions and I appreciate you for telling your story, man.
Thank you.
You have so much to say. Did you want to shout out your partner?
Yes, actually. Shout out Dire Desires, the Dire Desires on Twitter. That is a real one. If anybody ever needed any coaching or any type of assistant, please hit him up, or you can hit me up because I have a book on how to help you build your Onlyfans. Heavy on that. It's really cheap as hell because, hey, if you like somebody like me who ain't got nothing, I'm gonna fuck with you on the price always because I always want to see somebody go up. So if you need help, hit either one of us up and we got you on that always.
That's what's up. That was a dope plug. How much you selling the book for?
$22.99.
$22.99. You can get it.
It is 12 pages on how to literally blow your OnlyFans up quick as hell.
That's what's up. All right, so let's go ahead and touch into a few more of these topics. All right, so let's talk about sex education a little bit. You know what I'm saying? When you got into the industry, what are some things that you've learned about sex that you didn't know prior to actually doing content?
I learned that honestly, everybody is different. Everybody's areas is different. On top of when I mean that, I mean people have sensitive coochies, people have sensitive genitals. It don't matter, either one. Like I remember I shot with this girl and I had bought this lube and I was literally gonna put it on her and she literally was like, no. And I'm like, what? She was like, that is literally gonna break you out. She's like, do not use that, it's not good for you. And I'm looking at her like, I just thought lube was lube. Like I just thought you just buy anyone, whatever is comfortable with you and you just use it. She's like, no, you gotta take accountability that everybody's different. So like, yeah, that was my number one thing. I'm like, wow, that was the first eye opener. And the second one was the simple fact that you can literally catch something as easily as you can catch like the flu. Like people have the misconception that, oh, just because somebody shows you a clean test results in a week or in 3 months that, okay, they fine. You don't know how many people they fucked in between. And you'll be surprised. It's so sad because a lot of people, they will have 30, 40 plus partners and say, oh, I just got tested 3 months ago. And in them 3 months.
30, 40 plus?
and you're not getting tested, that's crazy to me. And people will literally say, oh, I don't feel nothing, so I'm good.
Right.
People must forget that a lot of times when you have something, you will not know.
Right.
You will not know.
Okay, so what's the proper procedure? You test before, and then how many days after? Like how do you,
so with a production and with my type of job, it is max 2 weeks you can use test results. I go for a week. You got a week for fresh test results before. It got to be at least a day or two prior to when a shooting are in them 7 days. So you gotta, I'm gonna shoot with you. Cause talent testing is known, it gives you a clear for 2 weeks. After them 2 weeks, you gotta get retested. Gotcha. Because you're technically not clear no more. Right. So, but me, I feel like how I keep myself safe, I get that purpose because I do get tested every 2 weeks. So most time in a week. If I'm shooting with, I'm gonna say in my opinion, more than 3 or 4 people in a week, right, I'm getting tested the next week. I'm not gonna wait them 2 weeks simply because I want to make sure I'm good. Even though they showed me they clear test results, right, I still want to make sure I'm good because like I said, you don't know what people could say they got test results for somebody they shot with and they just forgot and they never got them, and now I'm in something because you forgot to get your test results. So I'd rather keep myself safe and just get it weekly if I know I'm shooting with multiple partners, simply because one little bad thing can ruin your reputation in my industry. You get chlamydia. I'm not saying it isn't so shunned, but since the rate is going up now, it isn't really shunned. Chlamydia and gonorrhea is not really shunned because it's curable. It's curable, right. But if you get something that is not curable in my industry, like what? HIV, AIDS, but you'll be surprised. A lot of people in my industry have herpes. Like, know in doc that they have herpes. Right. But people still choose to shoot with them. Like I had this one girl I was about to shoot with. She literally outly told me, and I respect her for that. She literally said, I have herpes, but I take my medicine and it's not spreadable because I take my medicine every day. I will show you the results. I will keep you updated. If you need to know anything, let me know. And I'm just like, she's like, but if you're not comfortable with shooting me, I would give you that right to not shoot me. I still was gonna shoot with her, even though we didn't because time and all this stuff. But even if she came back in time, I still was shooting her. Simply because there is a lot of people on this earth that have herpes. Right.
I've done some research as well too, and I was like, it's not that bad.
It like literally, you would never know they do because honestly, I didn't even like. I'm going through her page like, damn, I would have never known. If she would have never told me, I would have never even like guessed it or nothing. Most definitely. But heavy on that, I just feel like a lot of people in my industry aren't as open to when they got something as they should be. It is people who is going to be honest and open, but there is people who do lie, which is the sad part because they're putting a lot of people in jeopardy. But
most definitely.
You live and you learn, but you just got to be safe with, make sure you're heavily testing. In my opinion, if you're a civilian and you are having sex with multiple partners and you're not asking for no test results, nor do you know if you're their only partner, get tested. Because now you're putting so many people in jeopardy because all it takes is one person laying in bed with somebody else and somebody else laying in bed with that same person, and now you're in a whole loophole of spreading something around simply because you just wanted to get a nut off. That's really sad.
Most definitely. So how do you feel about like what would your, so first off, let's get into you real quick. So as far as your levels of success, what levels of success have you reached in your industry?
Okay, so I am about to hit 250K on Twitter, and that is in the matter of, I guess, 4 months. 4 months. I got my Twitter deleted in July, and I ended up making one July 29th, and yeah, in 4 months, I got my Twitter, 5 technically, about to go on 5, but I got my Twitter built back up, and that's the highest I've ever had a Twitter following, and I've had 5-6 Twitters. And it's crazy because I remember I was so devastated when I lost my Twitter because I had just hit 100-something K on my last Twitter, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like it's gonna take me forever to get back. And I remember I'm like, oh my god, who wants to keep going through that? I wasn't even gonna make one again. I'm like, fuck it, at this point I'm gonna have to find somewhere else to promote my OnlyFans and stuff if I can get on the Twitter. But I just left it to God and I put my faith in it, and then boom, look where I am now. That's one of the milestones. I'm literally finna hit 80K fans on my free page,
right?
Which is crazy to me that 80,000 people like me that fucking much that they're willing to pay.
You talking about on your free page, OnlyFans page?
Yeah.
Okay, what's the difference between that? Because I've seen, some individuals, they'll have like a free OnlyFans and then a paid one.
Okay, so a paid is just like you pay one monthly subscription and you get to unlock everything for free. Like you don't have to pay-per-view. So my free is a pay-per-view. Every post costs. You free to get in and just watch, but every post costs that you gotta buy. That's really the difference.
Right.
And the difference between my two pages is you got one, my pay page is just strictly me. Nobody else but me.
Right.
And then simply because it's a lot of fans that
you said your paid page? Gotcha.
They just literally adore me, the fact that they don't want to see me nobody else.
Right.
They just want to see strictly me.
How do you feel about I know you call them your lovers. Now, a lot of times people think that, the people who are, paying for subscriptions are a little bit on the creepy side or a little off.
I'm gonna say this: the people who are on my VIP page, I feel like they love me the most, in my opinion, because they're willing to pay a monthly subscription to literally just watch me, simply just strictly me. And I know they love me because they're literally always asking me stuff. I don't feel like they're creeps. I feel like those are the big ballers, in my opinion.
Word.
Everybody that's on my pay page, they got money. I know for a fact they got money because they're willing to pay my $30 every single month.
Word.
And still will tip me and still will sit up there and pay me extra just to talk to me and etc. And they're free to talk to me. On my pay page, they literally don't even have to pay to talk to me. They can talk to me whenever they want.
Got you.
And they still be tipping. So I think, in my opinion, a pay page, those are the big tippers, but a free page can make you a lot more money quicker.
Got you. Most definitely. Oh yeah, you dropping jewels, you dropping knowledge right now.
Of course.
Like what is the tips? Because say for instance, I've met some models who do OnlyFans, but they are not making any money. You know what I'm saying?
Send them my way.
They might look good, you feel me? They look good and all of the good stuff. But what is it that separates you from everybody else? Because I think aren't you a top?
I'm top 0.3%.
Top 0.3 out of everybody in the world. Top 3%. 3%.
Well, 0.3%.
0.3%. You're damn near number one.
Yeah. So, honestly, what sets me aside from everybody else, in my opinion, and it's no bullshit, my personality. Like, I don't fake. I don't do none of that stuff. I be for real for the camera. Even when I'm doing my lives, I do lives just sit and talk to my fans because I want them to know that I'm a real person. Just like y'all go through stuff every day, I go through stuff every day. I wake up sometimes and I don't be in the mood to do nothing. Right. But yeah, I get up and I still do it. Like one time, no exaggeration, this is the wildest live I've ever had in my life. I literally woke up one day and I was supposed to do a live and I still thought, okay, I'm sad today, but I'm gonna get on this live and do it.
Right.
I literally cried on a live because one of my fans is like, he literally asked me, are you okay? You just don't look okay. And it's crazy because once you show your real personality to fans, they know you. Like, they real life know you. Like, he really was spot on that I was not okay, and I literally just started crying. And they're like tipping me, and like, it's okay, you're gonna feel better. And I'm like, I'm just letting y'all know I'm on this live to show you that I'm a real person. Like, I don't even cry in front of people, but I'm showing y'all this is really me. Like, I really put my blood, sweat, and tears in this, like, to the point where I will legit get on here and show y'all my sensitive side. And a lot of people don't even see me cry.
Most definitely.
So heavy on this is just my personality, because I get on my lives and I talk shit. I call people out. I say fuck you. I say all this stuff to them, and they will literally sit there and laugh and be like, "You're really you." Like, I have no reason to sit up here and get on the internet and try to pretend to be somebody else.
That's the sauce.
Yes,
it's just you. Be who you are. That's what you say.
Yes, heavy on that, because I feel like everybody want this persona of like, you're supposed to be so dominant. All these men supposed to come at your beck and call because you just a sex object and you're so pretty. When all actually, don't nobody owe nobody nothing. You could be as fine as Holly Berry and etc. And you will not make a dime on OnlyFans because they don't know you for real. They gotta know that you're really a person. If you just posting straight videos of you just playing with yourself or getting fucked, they don't know you. They just know you. They just know your body. That's it. But people actually genuinely getting to know you builds a connection. That's why I call my fans lovers too, because they genuinely know me for real. Like, they ask me questions all the time on some regular stuff. A lot of my fans, it's funny because my fans be like, sing for me, because they know I can sing. I get on live sometimes and I legit just be singing. Because, hey, I want y'all to know I'm a real person. I write poetry. I sit up here and I sing. I could paint. I get on my lives and I be painting. Everything, and I want my fans to know that. That's not what
people think it is. Like, a lot of times, you know, people, you just wouldn't expect people to be like that. You know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. That's what makes them like me so much, because they're like, oh my God, this girl is just more than sex. Like, we love her sexually, but we really love her because we love her. Like, I was at the airport. Was it yesterday? Yeah, yesterday. And this guy comes up to me and is like, can I take a picture with you? And I'm like, me, my friend, like, he's talking to you. I'm not the celebrity. I'm like, I'm not a celebrity. For sure. She like, girl, take the picture. So he really took a picture of me, and he was just like, I'm gonna post this. Can I tag you? And I'm like, yeah, like, I don't have a problem with that.
You had that same hoodie on, huh?
Yes. I did.
It's a phenomenon in here.
Oh my gosh. It was just so funny because
that's like seeing an X-Man or something like that. Like, you just don't come across porn stars like that.
Loved it. I was like, oh my gosh. I damn near cried, because I'm like, not little old me. Not little old me. But yeah. That was my experience. I really love my job, to the point where I don't think I would ever go back to working a regular job. I couldn't.
What's your favorite part? Because before you say that, you know, I have to speak on, like, you know, there's a topic. It's a certain point that, you know, a lot of women have been kind of pushing, and they speak about sexually liberated women and being comfortable in your own skin. You know, the stigmatism of men. You know, we can go and, you know, have sex with thousands of women, but as soon as a woman tries to do it, it's a whole...
that. Double standards are real.
Exactly.
They are real. And it's sad to say that, oh my gosh, you don't be surprised. Oh, no, you probably already know. I get crucified every single day. Whether it's on TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, my Onlyfans, any of my other platforms, you always gonna get a hater. You always gonna get somebody that tell me, oh my God, you should be working a regular job. How do you feel about yourself? How do you feel? How would your kids feel when they see you in the next couple of years? You're degrading yourself. You're this, you're that. In my opinion, I tell my friends, I'm proud of what I do. What I do is made me who I am today. Like, I wouldn't be as strong. I was a strong individual, but I'm 10 times stronger than what I used to be. Because if I wasn't strong, I would probably be taken out of this game a long time ago, because people say some cruel stuff. People say some real cruel stuff. By the end of the day, I'm comfortable in my skin. At a point in time, I wasn't. And I love myself to the point where somebody could tell me tomorrow I'm ugly, and I would just laugh in their face. Because at the end of the day, who do you think you are to tell me that I'm ugly? I don't care about you. Like, at the end of the day, people got to remember, I get paid to do stuff they do for free. Like, is that not registering in people's head that I get paid to do what you do for free? And it's just like, that's the point what makes me laugh, when people love to sit there and say, why would you do this for money? Do you not know what you do behind closed doors? People do
most definitely
the worst stuff behind closed doors, but then try to talk about me.
Okay, now go ahead.
Just so they can talk about me. And it's just like, how can you sit up here and talk about me when you go home behind doors and fuck Sally, Melissa, and Natalie all in one night for free? And then, and I said to him, when y'all done caught something, and now look at you. But you want to talk about me, who literally would get on the internet and show y'all my life. I'm showing the people my sex life. This is what y'all see. Everybody who I have sex with, every single way I have sex with.
Let's just clear it up for him. So, you know, with the money, you know what I'm saying, that you have gained in the certain, you know, levels of success. Now, you've told me, the people may not know, you know what I'm saying? Now, if you go on her YouTube, you most definitely can see the vlog that she's putting together. It's showing her kind of like day-to-day, you know, process. But from my understanding, you was able to get a new...
Oh, yeah. I gotta... First of all, people sleep on OnlyFans. People sleep on the sex world because they feel as if porn is free. Oh, I hear many times I hear that porn is free. Why would you pay for it? Blah, blah, blah. At the end of the day, OnlyFans and my other platforms has got me a high-rise apartment in the middle of the city. a place that I couldn't even afford last year. I couldn't even look at that shit. I wouldn't even look no way at that. I done got a brand new 2022 car last year before it even really came out. That's the crazy part. On top of it, I don't funded my vending machine business. I take care of my siblings. That is I paid my sister's rent. Her whole apartment used to be my apartment. I paid that off and gave it to her.
Wow.
So on top of, I fly my friends out everywhere I go. Like, I love them hoes. They might, like, my friends have regular jobs, but sometimes when I'm bored, I want my friends to come along. I'll be the fucking Kylie Today Jordan Woods any day, because I love my bitches. They ride for me as much as I ride for them. They promote me like hella.
Most definitely.
All my friends got t-shirts with my name on it and my face on it, because one thing about them, they love what I do, and I love what I do too. Most definitely. So it bless people. I give back too. I'm definitely right now, I'm trying to build up enough. I'm gonna double of whatever my fans tip me, so I can bless somebody for Christmas, because I feel as if I don't get back, that's not who I am. I always tell myself when I started getting a good decent amount of money, I wanted to get back to somebody. So all right, quick question, working on that.
That's what's up, and I salute you for your success, man. To be honest with you, anybody who has reached those levels of success where you're changing your life, you're changing your whole mentality of what you're able to see daily, or going from a certain struggle, you know what I'm saying? I salute you on that, because it takes more than just work. It takes a certain mentality to be successful, to wake up when you don't feel like it, to do the things that you need to do to get to those levels. And then on top of that, you're blessing people as well, and you're setting an example.
Heavy on that. 300K in a matter of freaking 12 months, man. Sounds great to me. I ain't never touched that money ever in my life before I started doing OnlyFans. I was only making 50K, not even 50K a year. To jump from 40 to 50K to making 300K in a year is wild to me.
300K, that is crazy. So now, how does it feel to have that type of money? Like,
money don't make me. It never really changed me. I've always been a go-getter, and I've always been getting money since I was 14. But having this amount of money make me want to do more. Like, it make me want to put my money into something that's gonna make it triple, and that's gonna make when I do decide to have kids down the line, or I can give my siblings their own businesses. I can make them start them on something. Like my little brother, he's a gamer. I'm literally about to buy him his whole system so he can start streaming and start doing what he want to do, because that's what he want to do. As a 16-year-old, my sister, she want to do clothes. She want to make her own clothing line. I'm gonna buy her everything she needs so she can start doing that.
That's what's up.
My niece, she want to do hair. She want to do nails. I bought her everything she needs to want to do that. She's only freaking 11.
You need another sibling?
I'm weak. I'm sitting here, I'm trying to build somebody's dream just like somebody built my own dream. Because at the end of the day, I don't know what my siblings go through behind the clothes. I don't see them every day, and I don't see my friends every day.
How do they feel about you doing what you're doing?
Okay. That's a wild story. So I told my siblings before I told my mom, because I love my siblings dearly, and I don't want them to go to school and somebody be like, I saw your sister, and they be like, what? And then it just throw them off guard. I want to tell them before anybody in the world could ever like try to step to them on some funny type stuff. So I told them both together. I told my younger siblings before I told my other brother. It's funny how my older brother found out. But my younger siblings, I literally just sat them down and I'm like, I got something to tell y'all. And they like, what? And I'm just like, I know this is gonna be very weird for y'all, but I just want to be open and honest and tell y'all, like, I do porn, and I know you probably like, what the fuck, but my brother was like, are you safe?
Did you leave a whole bunch of space before you actually just like, hey, you guys, I do porn, and dead silence?
No. My brother, he immediately, as soon as I said it, he like, are you being safe? And I'm like, what do you mean by be safe? He like, are you being safe? Like, you're not being put in no situations you don't want. My little brother at 15 is literally like, are you being safe? And I'm like, yeah, of course. Like, y'all know me. Like, I'm never gonna put myself in a situation that is gonna harm me in any way, shape, or form, because that fall back on y'all. So yeah, after I told them, my little sister, she was like, wow. She's like, do you like it? And I'm like, yeah, I really do love it. Like, I didn't think I was gonna like it. And she was just like, well, I'm proud of you. She's like, because you seem more happy, and I could tell like you're starting to do bigger and better things, so I'm never gonna knock you for it. But my older brother, he found out this man was on Pornhub. He seen me, and he was just like, what the fuck, that's my sister. So he didn't tell me for a good little minute. He took like 2 weeks to tell me. And then we do this group family FaceTime call like once a day with all my siblings, because they're just freaking hilarious. They're hilarious as hell. Like, so he's like, I seen you. And I'm like, you see me where? Because I haven't been, he lived in New York. So I'm like, you see me where? He like, I seen you on the site. And I'm like, I just got dead silent. And he like, I'm not mad at you. He's like, but I wish you would have just told me. And I'm like, I was gonna tell you, I just didn't know how to tell you, because I know you're very overprotective. And he like, but still, like, just tell me. And I'm like, I told him everything, and he was like, oh, he's like, are you okay? And I'm like, yeah. I'm like, why is everybody asking me am I okay? I'm fucking fine. Like, and he was just like, well, if you're happy. And I was telling him like the depth of it, like how I only shoot with one dude, and how I don't really shoot with that many people. And he's like, oh, that's like your regular sex life. And I'm like, yeah, basically. He like, oh, I ain't mad at it. He's like, I wish I had the balls to do it. And I'm like, yeah. My mom, she got over it though. I told her in a very weird way. Like, we was in a car one day, and she asked me, she's like, how you get the money to buy all this stuff? And I'm like, you really want to know? And she like, yeah. I'm like, I do porn. And she just looked at me, and she was like, put me on. And I was like, for real? No, like, way on the Bible, my mom legit said put me on. And I was looking at her, and I'm like, are you serious right now? She's like, I'm being dead serious. She was like, I wish I had the balls to do it, you do. Yes. She was just like, I'm proud of you. She's like, I know that it wasn't your first choice. She's like, but I know who you are, and I know that you never gonna do nothing that you don't want to do.
Right, exactly.
So yeah.
Okay. All right. So last but not least, and I appreciate y'all for hanging in there, man. Listen,
for real.
We're going on a city tour, man. Because she got so much to talk about, man. You know, we gonna figure out who she is and where her mind is at. But I'm telling you, if y'all stay tuned, the conversations might get a little juicy. You feel me? But listen, I got one more question for you before we let you up out of here. What would be the do's and don'ts for men and women looking to get into the porn industry?
First do and don't for both genders. Do not slide in a porn star content creator's DM saying, I want to make a break. Can you put me on?
Make a break?
We're going to laugh at you. That means I want you to put me on in the industry. We're going to laugh at you, and we're going to block you, because you know how rude it is for somebody to walk with somebody, put me on. Like, I have to put you on just because you like me, and you want to. Not saying y'all just want to have sex with us, because you know for a fact it's never an opportunity. You're never gonna get the opportunity. For men, I would say be respectful when going in people's DMs. Learn how to talk to somebody before you come in DMs. Learn how to approach everybody, because everybody's different. Certain things that you could approach me with, you probably couldn't approach somebody else with. So just learn that. With females, be careful. There is a lot of abusers and users in our industry. Hold on.
Now listen, I want you to take your time. All right, I want you to take your time and explain this, because you got over 200,000 followers.
Yeah.
Now if you put this out here, somebody's gonna hear what you're saying.
Okay. I mean, I want them to hear what I'm saying, because honestly, it's a lot of people don't know how to approach the industry, and they always ask me. I get that every single day. Like, put me on. How do you do it? How do you do it? Simply, like I said, you gotta be respectful. You gotta respect the people that came before you. So you can't just be talking mad wild in somebody DMs like, put me on, I'll make you look better. That's very insulting. Like, just imagine somebody saying to your profession, put me on, I think I could do it better than you. Like, you just gonna look at them and be like, what? Because like, what? That's so rude. Another thing with males, be careful about what you say and what you do when you're on a set. Because anything can get you canceled. I done been canceled in my industry.
Canceled?
Yes. You can get canceled in the sex industry too. I done been canceled twice. Yes. So be careful. You gotta tread very lightly on what you do and what you say to certain people.
Who can cancel you?
The whole industry. It's all it takes is one screenshot and one little post, and it's going everywhere. Like in my industry, and it's sad to say, because in any industry, it's always clicks. It's always some people who been in there before you, and they already got their friend group, and they don't want to have nobody in. So whenever somebody says something, it goes, and then that goes to another group, and it goes to another group, and it goes to another group, and now it's a big thing. Because when I got canceled for some bogus stuff, and I was like, I cried. I'm like, oh my God, these people hate me because I did something for myself, and I didn't think about it like that, and it flipped. People can flip stories quickly. You got to remember that. You can go to a set and say something racist, like a racist joke, and then now you're considered racist.
Now it's making sense. Okay,
now you're considered racist, or you can say something sexually, like touch somebody in the wrong way. Now you don't sexually assaulted them, and now you done did something to offend them. So I'm just saying, that goes for women and men. If you're being completely honest, you just gotta tread very lightly and respect boundaries. Talk about triggering things to people. I feel like talking about trigger things before you shooting with somebody, and before you like attempt to shoot with somebody, is always a plus, because you just never know what you could say, and somebody could just be like, okay, I don't want to work with you ever again. And that happens a lot. Men, this is a top one. Do not think that fucking a porn star, you're supposed to just go crazy, go stupid. You're supposed to live up to this big, wild fantasy that our sex is just so fucking extravagant than everybody else's, that you gotta put on such a big show.
Because trying to bust your head in.
I promise you, they're never gonna shoot with you again. They're never gonna shoot with you again.
Right.
Because it's just like, what are you doing all this for? Like, there's no reason to do it. Be yourself. That's why I said heavy on being yourself. Being yourself for sure. And it shows when you're not yourself. It shows on camera when you're not really comfortable and you're second guessing yourself. Because then it makes a video look bad. Now I'm sitting here looking at you while you're looking at the camera, trying to think like, do this look good? And now I gotta cut that part out because it looks goofy. So with that being said, heavy on just be yourself, and what you're comfortable with and who you are shooting with is comfortable with, do that. Don't try to do above and beyond because you wanna, this your first time shooting, this your first thing, you feel like you gotta prove a point, because at the end of the day, genuine stuff sells better than fake stuff any day. And you could tell when it's fake. It shows. So that's really all it. Those are the top ones that I got. I don't got nothing else. I can't think of nothing else.
Y'all listen, man. We can talk to this lady all day long. But look, we're gonna tap. Look, y'all, just be yourself, man. Listen, if this is what you like to do, and you wake up in the morning and that's what you hate, look, do what you love to do. You know what I'm saying? But do it the right way. Do it in a safe way. Make sure you educate yourself. Make sure you get with somebody who knows what they're doing. Be respectful in the industry. You're dealing with people. You feel me? It's just a profession. You're dealing with people. You know what I mean? So, with that being said, go ahead and let the people know how to follow you.
You can follow me on Instagram at Miss Majesty Nasty. It is MISSMAJESTY Nasty. And you can follow me on Twitter on Miss Majesty N, MISS Majesty N. And then on Onlyfans, I have two. I have Your Majesty 1728, and I have Your Fave Majesty. What else am I missing out? That's really it. I don't have TikTok. Well, I have a TikTok, but I don't really like using TikTok. It's really hit or miss. But you can follow me on there, Majesty Nasty 17. But every other platform, if it isn't that, it's very much fake. Y'all, please beware of the fake platforms that I have. They will scam y'all. They will literally, openly, handily scam y'all out of the most money. I don't know how they be doing it, but they be doing it. Just be safe.
Hey. So look, man, y'all gotta find the original, the organic,
the one and only.
It's your boy Agent Matthews, man. This is another episode of Black Hollywood, and we out of here.
Bye.